Buddy, how long have we been working on this project?
Oh my goodness, years. It seems like.
Me and Buddy collected all this old 1700 bottle pieces. And one thing we collected for was to try to make some jewelry out of it. And we've had very limited success. Buddy bought a microwave kiln, right?
Right.
And that didn't turn out too good, did it, Buddy? He burned up a microwave. But we now have my new jewelry kiln, and it does melt the glass. I've tested it. So we're going to do a little bit of experimenting here and see what we can make a little bit of jewelry.
Yep.
All right, stay tuned. All right, a quick review of what we're doing here. I made this crusher to crush the piece with. Buddy just crushed a bunch up in here, and he's actually sifting it through here to get the little stuff out and keep the bigger stuff. We're hoping that it has separated some of that, whatever you call that stuff on the outside of the bottle that comes up. I think it's cleaned it up pretty good, Buddy, actually. Yeah, we got a couple here that don't have that on it. We're going to try to use some of that too. Clean these up really good. Maybe run this through the tumbler and see how it does real quick. What do you think, Buddy?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll think about that. Anyway, we're trying to get enough to do it with. And now let me show you what we'll be making. All right, what we have here is our molds. These are graphite. And the glass will not stick this graphite. This will work great. And what we're using this so that you can actually hang this around your neck or something is special wire here. High-temp wire that won't change when it gets to 2,000 degrees. We'll fix it so we go inside here with it so we'll have a little piece that will hang onto. But first we've got to get the right type of glass we want to put in here and test. This is one I melted before, and you see how it has a clear glass in the middle and got a gray outside. Not sure how that's working. And it turned out real pretty when I did that, but we're going to do some little experimenting and see what we can come up with. We got our kiln set up here ready to go. All right, Buddy, let's crush some glass and get in here and give it a test run. Here we go. All right, we have sifted it down to that size right there, and that's what we're going to use in the mold to see if it works. What do you think, Buddy?
Yeah.
I like that right there. All right, let's get it in one of the molds and check it out. Powder, nothing but powder in there. Buddy, that's looking pretty good right there. And then we got one with just the powder. We're going to do some experimenting here. We'll get them in the kiln right there and heat them up. 2,000 degrees. Here we go. All right, we're at about 1,900 degrees, and she's glowing red hot. Pretty cool. All right, let's get a little bit longer. All right, we actually raised it up over 2,100 degrees. I looked inside, and it looked like it still needed to melt down a little bit. So we're going to let it sit here for another few minutes. It is hot, 2,100 degrees. Ouch. All these things are probably still 1,000 degrees, but we got them out just to look at them. You can see it did not melt to a liquid at 2,100 degrees. The small stuff, you can see it shrinking in the mold, Buddy. Look at that. Mm-hmm. It's actually going to come right out, but it's not exactly what we want. I think we got a little smaller on the chunks and try it, but let's let this cool down enough we can take it out and look at it. All right, here we go. All right, what do you think, Buddy, on our first attempt? Well, Colonial glass. This one did crack when I pulled it out, and it's somewhat fused together. This part's holding together, but it did break apart right there. But you can see it didn't really melt together, did it, Buddy?
No, it didn't.
This was the powder type, and it fused together pretty good. It's thinner, so I guess it'll fuse together. And we could run this through the tumbler and clean this up. It'd be interesting to see what they look like when we clean that up. And I might go ahead and do that. But Buddy and I are thinking now what we want to do is go with a coarseness somewhere between this and this. In between those two, and go with that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to crush this up to get a little bit finer, but not quite as fine as that, and test it out. What do you think, Buddy?
Yeah, I think it'll work.
All right, we're going to get that test now. Here we go. That's looking good, Buddy. I like the size of those. If we can get that, we might have to run up to 2,200 degrees this time and see if it'll just melt down just a little bit more. So let's get that in the kiln and give it a shot. Here we go. Buddy, this one turned out better than the rest of them, I think.
A little bit.
It's still hot right now, but it's Colonial glass from 1700s right there. Well, Buddy and I are still trying to figure out what to do with that old Colonial glass. Thought I might have a cure with this new kiln to melt it down, but it doesn't look like it. It still didn't really get that glass to flow like we wanted, so we're back to square one pretty much on that. We threw away everything we were trying to work with, so I don't know where we go from here with this. All right, appreciate everybody coming along. Don't forget to click like, comment below, share, and subscribe to the Gigmaster. We'll see you on the next adventure.